Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I know I haven't done any videos about the auction really. I really meant to do videos about the auction, but honestly I didn't have the time. I really didn't have the time to check the auction or anything like that since I was on my Christmas vacation. But now that I'm back, the last week of the auction is here and I really didn't have anything else to make a video on. So I will do one video for the last week of the auction and what to buy. I'm a little late on this week also, sorry about that, but I could not make any videos the last 2 days because I was traveling. But yeah, so yeah, the auction. So first tank up, we'll just talk about it here, the T26E5. There's a lot of these left, really not many people are buying this tank. It is 6,500 gold right now, and this tank isn't really a bad tank. It's not a bad tank. It's got a decent gun, 240 alpha, pretty quick reload, good turret armor, decent mobility, and it's only 6,500 gold currently. But I will say, since so few people are buying this tank, definitely wait for the price to drop. You can probably get this tank really cheap, probably like the last week of the auction. I'm not sure, not the last week, the last day of the auction. I'm not sure what day the auction ends on. I don't quite remember. I think it's in a few days still, so you can definitely probably get this for like 5k gold or something like that. And that's actually a really good deal. I would definitely pick that tank up for that super cheap price. Next we have the T4485. This was a tank that I got during the Christmas event, and it's not a bad tank. I enjoyed the tank. I think it's a pretty good tank. To me, it seems like a better Type 62, just a little slower, better armor though, much better armor, quicker reload, but not quite as good of heat pen. So it's a pretty good tank. Honestly, it's probably worth the price, especially the 3,700. Again, not very many people are buying this tank. Wait for the price to drop down to like 3,000 gold, and then pick this tank up if you want to get it. Only if you want to get it, of course. You know, if you don't really want a tank, another tank like the Type 62, it's not really like a super necessary tank you need to get, so I really wouldn't recommend it for that. But if you want the T4485, it is a good deal. Next up, the STG Tier 8 Soviet Medium Tank. And this tank is pretty crappy for most players, and I see why not many people are buying it. I personally will not be picking up this tank, and I would not really recommend many people to get this tank either. It's not like a bad tank, but it's just not, it's not the playstyle that most people are comfortable with. So unless this tank drops super cheap, I really wouldn't pick this one up. If you do really want it though, wait for it to drop a little more. Of course, there's not very many people buying this tank, and you will probably be able to pick it up for like 6k something gold. The M41A Revolorose. Now, I'm definitely sure the reason this tank has so many left is because literally everyone in the game has this tank almost. It's been sold for great prices so many times, and it's a pretty good tank. Now, this is much more expensive than this tank has come in the past, so honestly at this point I wouldn't buy this just because this tank will come for cheaper in the future, but if it does drop super low, it is a good tank to pick up. Next, the Tankenstein. Now, I'm surprised so many people have bought this tank because this really isn't a very good tank. It is very cheap, though. 4,500 gold, dropping to 4,000 gold. If you can get another day or two out of this tank, it will be super cheap, though. And, you know, honestly worth it then. It's not really a good tank or anything like that, but it's just a fun tank to have. It's the Tankenstein, you know. If you want to pick up the Tankenstein, this is probably going to be one of your best opportunities. And for the last tank we have now is the WZ-111 5A. Now, only 1,350 of these left, so if you want to pick it up, you're going to have to be, you know, pretty quickly here. Maybe be able to get one more price drop in, but I wouldn't. I would definitely be checking all the time. Really cheap price here right now, 14k gold. It will drop to 13k in the next drop, and definitely I think after that next drop, it will probably get eaten up. But yeah, this is a good tank. This is a pretty decent tank, and it's not for a bad price. So yeah, I would definitely be looking to, maybe if it drops one more, I might pick it up, possibly. I probably won't though. But if you do want the 5A, this is a great opportunity, and I would go and get this right now. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the tanks in the auction currently. All the other ones have been sold out. If we look through them, we can kind of see what other tanks have been in there. There weren't any like steals, I think, that I saw, anything like that. The T22 was a nice price, but that sold out in literally 30 minutes. So now we're going to have 5,000 more T22s running around the matchmaking. Woohoo! I did mean to maybe get the Badger. I don't know. I just want that tank. I really want the Badger, and I don't know why. I think it's an underrated tank personally, but it was a pretty decent price. I meant to check back in later, but I forgot because, again, I was really busy over the last few weeks, and man, just with the travel and stuff, I really did not have time to pay attention to the auction, and I really should have, because I should have picked up a tank or two. But other than that, there weren't any super, fantastic deals or anything like that. Any tanks that I really wanted to pick up, nothing like that. Just really the Badger there. T-54E2 I was also thinking about doing, but again, the time just got away from me. And then the T-22 I already have, so there wasn't any reason for me to try to pick that up in that crazy mad rush for the tank. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the auction, everyone. Thank you for watching the video. I will be back hopefully with daily videos. Again, after, since it's after New Year's now, all the stuff's over, I really will have a lot more time to just pump out some videos. And I'll try to do some better videos this year. I'll try to put out some more interesting, unique ideas of videos, and, just not like replays and reviews, because that's kind of not the most interesting thing. And I know you guys know that's not the most interesting thing because they don't really get that many views. I would like to put out some more interesting content. Really just got to think of something, original to do, which is kind of hard in a limited game with, like a billion YouTubers already in it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.